Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something that I actually didn't think that I was going to be doing, but I was actually reorganizing my shelves and I came across quite a few that I was like, I feel like it's time to part with these, or I don't know if I have much interest in them anymore. And I realized it's been about a year since I did that, and I like to do a little purge through the books that I own about once every year, just to see if there's anything that's been hanging around that I just don't need to keep. I am very notorious for if I finish a book and I give it, well, if I give it a 1 or I DNF it, I will get rid of it. I have no qualms about that anymore. It's something I've been doing recently, and I think it's because I've been DNFing so many books. If I actually finish a book, even if I give it like a 2 or a 3 and I don't feel any particular way about it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I could totally get rid of that, I end up keeping it thinking potentially I'll continue in the series or something like that. Like I literally am working on my June book box books and I'm finding myself doing that there as well. So I think I just need time to like put the books down and be like, okay, let me hold on to them for a little bit and then decide later if I'm still interested in them. So I have quite a few books that I have done that with this past year, and I feel like I'm ready to actually look through them and be like, okay, I really do need to get rid of this. I am not actually going to continue in this story. I don't remember what's happened. I don't want to reread a book that I didn't really enjoy, etc. So I think that's going to be really fun. I also do want to do a little bit of a try chapter in this. I think that's what we're gonna do. If it ends up being like a ton of books that I'm pulling off of my shelves to do a try chapter, that will be its own video, but I don't think it's that many. I think it's gonna be a very straightforward, probably less than 10 book that will actually be doing that with, because I've been pretty good about getting rid of books as I'm going that I'm not interested in, but I do know there are probably a couple. So we're gonna see how many books I actually got through that we're gonna do this purge with. Because if you are new to this channel, this is still a new house, kind of, to me. I've been in here just a little bit over a year. We moved and we had been in our old house for about 7 years. I had a whole library, so I kind of accumulated a lot of books. I had two basically libraries. This was one that was set up in a room, and then like a legitimate library with tons of shelves. And unfortunately, when we moved to our new house, that was not a thing that was in our new house. We did not have a built-in library in this house. So we have been renovating. Our house is generally just one floor, except for we do have a bonus second floor that only has like one room. It's like a single room and a closet, and that's all that is upstairs. And we had designated that to be the library. The problem is we are having a little bit of an issue with the humidity and the heat up there. It's just not staying cool during the summer. So I am reluctant to set up the library up there until we can kind of figure out that temperature control situation. So the renovations up there have kind of stalled for now, and that has left me kind of in a bind. So during this video, you are going to see books in some really weird places, like really weird places. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure there's a video somewhere where I am in the hallway going upstairs. The hallway going upstairs is the hallway of books. They are just, the hallway is lined with books, and we will be going up there to go check that out. I don't know if I'm going to go through the books that are in containers actually upstairs. Like I have 4, I think, giant cardboard boxes still filled with books, and they're generally stuff that I've read. They're kind of older books, and I just don't really feel the need to go through those right now. So I think I'm going to stick with what is in here. My bedroom is good. I literally just cleaned out a bunch of stuff and moved it in here if I wasn't sure about it, so we won't be in there. And then that hallway I think is where we're going to pull most of our stuff from, but we're going to see. But I would like to start on these shelves because I kind of already did. You're going to see in a second that I already actually did start somewhat on these shelves, and they're going to be looking a little weird and a little barren. So anyway, that was a really long intro just to say we're going to unhaul some things from this room and the hallway, and we potentially are going to be doing try a chapter on a couple of things in this video as well. So this is going to just be like a chill vibey video if you just want to put it on the background, and let's actually get to unhauling some things. So let's move over to, we'll do this side first. Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, we'll do this side first. I was thinking about the middle section. We'll do this side first. Okay, so some of these angles are going to be a little bit funny, but look, there's literally nothing in the shelf. I actually moved all of my Fairy Loot books into the bedroom so I could physically see them, and hopefully it will make me actually do the Fairy Loot purge videos because I keep putting them off. So this opened up these 3 shelves, which I have now filled with some things from the other room and some things that have kind of just been scattered about. So nothing up here. We have the marriage portrait, and I think the light struck. That is kind of a weird name. I don't know if I've ever said it before, but that is the second book in the Darkening series. So I'll know more about that when I actually read that for the Fairy Loot purges. So anything Fairy Loot or sequels that have to do with Fairy Loot probably won't be in this video just because that is for Fairy Loot. So next up, we actually have kind of a favorite slash I just really enjoy these books. These are definitely not going anywhere. Like, I feel like I just read a lot of these, actually. These are kind of older. This is definitely older, and I just read these, and I just read that. So these all very much enjoyed. I am not getting rid of any of them. This next set are books that I have not read yet, slash some special editions, because I have read this one, and I have read this one, but I haven't read any of these. Oh no, I have read these too. This is kind of a mixed. I think it's just like a pretty shelf. This is the color design, and I didn't know where else to put these. These all came from the shelf in my bedroom that I didn't want them in anymore. We're actually getting to the, I think it's 1, 2, 3, and again, the ones down here, I've already taken some stuff off of to move stuff around before I realized I wanted to do this video. So we're gonna be looking for stuff to purge slash try a chapter on these. And I can already see actually quite a few that I would like to do that with. So I'm going to leave, I think I'm going to take this one. This one I bought a while ago, and I don't know anything about this book. I haven't heard anything about it. So I feel like this will be a good try chapter. I'm definitely good on those. I'm not going to touch those. I have lost interest in this one immensely since I bought it. So I'm going to try a chapter, and I have not heard good things about this one. So that's fine, leaving my Brandon Sanderson alone. And then I read these. So technically these probably could go somewhere else. So I really like Blood on Her Tongue. So I feel like that can go up here next to Red Rising. So that can go there. And I kind of have space for one more. So I might be able to fit these little ones up here as well. So I have like still a little bit of a gap right here. I don't want to make it too tight. I like giving my books room to breathe, but they're very tiny. So I might be able, that literally fits perfectly. That fits absolutely perfectly. It doesn't look the most aesthetically pleasing, but we know we're not here for that. So that actually fits perfectly. So we've moved those, and now back to the shelf. I think everything else I'm going to keep on here, but that means I think I'm going to go to the next shelf and then kind of bring some of this stuff up here, so we just have kind of completed shelves. I haven't read anything on this shelf, and I think I haven't read anything on these either. So we are going to try a chapter on this. My dad actually got this for himself, and then he said I might enjoy this because my dad really likes James Patterson, he likes Michael Crichton, and I really like Michael Crichton. So he passed this on to me. I don't know about it. I don't know much about it, but I will attempt it. If I don't end up liking this one, I'll probably send it back to him. Then we have this one. I keep forgetting about this. This is actually kind of like a cookbook. This is actually done by an author that I really like. She's a small like indie author. And it's like this gorgeous like cookbook kind of thing. Like, look at that. It's literally so stunning. And I ended up getting this from, I think when I was a rep for Unplugged Book Box, I was going to buy it anyway. But they ended up sending it, and it's got like a bunch of, yeah, like ingredients. And it's basically just a super cute recipe book. So I probably need to move this. Like, I don't know where to put this. Like, I don't know where to put this. I don't know where this would go. So I need to look into this more and just kind of, I don't know. Like, I don't know where I would put this. Maybe in the kitchen somewhere, hanging up, or not hanging up, but kind of somewhere in the kitchen. So I guess I'll pull, what do I do with this? Well, you know what? Let's just put this here for now, since I'm not 100% sure what to do with that. I am definitely going to try a chapter with this one. I have not heard good things about this one, so we definitely need to pull that one for try a chapter. Thread Needle, I think, is on my Wheel of No Appeal, so that probably needs to stay on here, but I'm really not that interested in this either. And I've had this one for a really long time. I guess I'll pull that for try a chapter. Oh, this is not going well. Okay, this one I am still interested in. This one I'm still interested in. So that took off that whole shelf. So let me move so I don't have to move you guys again. This is all that's left on the bottom shelf. And I have a lot of mixed feelings about these. So this one, that's gonna stay. But I honestly think the rest are try a chapter. Like, I really think they are. It's been so long since I've read a Marissa Meyer that I'm not really that interested in this anymore. Like, this is a spin-off of the Lunar Chronicles, I think. Is it? Something like that. It's something to do with that. So I guess we'll try a chapter with that, because this is probably one of the oldest books on my bookshelf at this point, actually, that I haven't read. I have tried to read Legend like 5,000 times. I bought this because I loved the, oh shoot, what are they called? I love one of Marie Lu's other series, but I cannot get into this one. So I think I have to try to read this one. I feel like I have to, or I have to get rid of this whole series. And then Powerless. Do I keep Powerless? Oh man, I feel like I do want to read this for a video. Like I want to do a Red Queen versus Powerless video. So I think I am going to keep this one, but I hate the fact that it doesn't like fit anywhere. Like I want to empty these two shelves. So let me see if I can fit this somewhere else, because this is all unread. This is a mix up here. So ideally, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this. That's a mess. And it's big, like it's like a chunky book. I guess maybe I'll just put this at the top for now because there's nothing else up there. So I think I'm just gonna stick Powerless up there for now. So that has left us with, this is basically empty. This is full, 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 2 empty-ish shells on the bottom because these are gonna get moved out with that if I don't like Legend. Okay, so that is that side. Let's see. I have upper shelves here. I don't plan to get rid of any of these. None of these. Nothing on any of these shelves on the top ones I'm gonna be getting rid of. So I love everything on here. I just actually removed one from up there. I'll show you which one it is. I have like a small stack of 3 that I'm getting rid of. But that is my Carrie Maniscalco shelf. I'm not getting rid of that. And then this is my Holly Black / Wayward Children's / Random Novella / Twilight Special Edition covers set. So I'm not getting rid of anything over here either. So those are 3 very thought out shelves for me that I'm definitely not getting rid of. But we have some stuff over here that I'm really thinking about. Okay, so this is the shelf. This is the one that I'm really contemplating, and it's not that much stuff on here, but I am keeping my Strange the Dreamer set. I still needed to read Strange the Dreamer, but I'm not going to rush myself because I have 3 sets of this book for some reason, even though I haven't read it yet. So yeah, so I'm gonna leave that there. This is the set that is stressing me out, and I have already read it. But I don't remember any of it. And I really despised the spin-off duology. Like I thought I loved the spin-off duology, and then I reread it and I really, really didn't like it. So now I'm worried that this is one of those series that I loved when I was a lot younger and then bought the special editions later thinking I'd still like it, and I potentially actually really don't like the series. So I think I have to pull this first one because I actually have a full set of the copies that I read originally upstairs somewhere. So I think I have to read this and see if I actually want to keep it. It's beautiful, like they're absolutely stunning, but what's the purpose of keeping them if I don't like them? So I think I'm going to try these and see what I think about them now. Everything else on here, oh, you know what? I have fallen out of love with Tracy Wolf. And so I think I'm going to try this one. This is Sweet Nightmare. I think this is a spinoff of the Coven series or Crave series, which I have pretty much given up on. That is something we'll have to talk about later because I'm really uncertain what to do with that series. I have so many books, they're so chunky, and I don't know if I want to keep them. So that is something we'll talk about later. But I'm going to try a chapter with this because I just don't think I'm interested in her books anymore, at least in this series. Okay, so that is everything that I'm touching from up here. So those potentially could be going, but we'll see. We'll talk about that. Okay, I think this next shelf is good. This is a mix of books that I've read and have not read yet. Let me move this up here. But I have read, I love this. This is Lore, Silver in the Bone, the Reformatory, Deep End. I've read all of those except for Mad Honey. I think this is another one that I've had for a really long time that I got in like this lit fic era. But I don't think I actually like lit fic, except for in really specific situations. So I think we're going to try a chapter with this. And I know there's like a court case in that book, and I think that's why I wanted it to begin with. So that leaves these. I'm definitely leaving these. I've had the Bone Witch, and I have the what is this? One, I don't know if this is 2 or 3, but I have the 3rd book somewhere. I think it's upstairs somewhere. But I don't know. I've been mixed results with Rin Chipico. So maybe I should try a chapter with this one, but also I feel like I'm still interested in this one. So I think I'm going to leave that. I'm interested. I read these three and I liked them. The only one I would consider getting rid of is I Did Something Bad, but I think I enjoyed it enough to keep it for now. This may be one that I get rid of later though, but for now we're gonna leave these. Next shelf, I definitely have some on here that I need to decide what to do with. So this is one that actually my mom sent me. She said I might enjoy this one, but it is a historical fiction, so let's pull this one so we can try a chapter of this. And then I think I'm good actually on the rest of these. Like in my brain for some reason I thought I had more to pull from here, but I think I'm good. And I'm definitely not touching any. Like this would be the one that I would pull, this book of the month, but that's for a book of the month purge. So I'm not gonna deal with that one right now. Okay, this is another shelf that I'm pretty good with. The only book that's over here that you can't see is a version of Ready Player One. It is an old paperback and I'm definitely not getting rid of that. So I've still yet to read the Bloodlines series, but I am actually still interested in it, so I'm gonna leave it. This is, again, one I think that my mom got me. Yes, book one. So we're going to pull this and try this one as well. I have way more that I've pulled than I thought I would. I think everything else on here is good. I'm keeping this for posterity's sake. I really didn't like this, but I'm still keeping it. Like, I still am not ready to get rid of that one. Everything else, we are good to keep. And then moving on to this shelf. No, I like Charlene Harris. I'm gonna leave it. I just haven't had time to read it yet. I'm gonna pull this one because I did not like their other series. I don't remember what it was called, but, and I think it was, is it older or younger than this? I don't know. I remember specifically that I did not like the other book that this person did. So let's try a chapter on this one. If I don't like the writing, I'm not gonna get very far. I'm still interested in these. I read this and I keep thinking about getting rid of this because it was just a 3-star, but then I literally can't. Threads That Bind I loved. I just hated the sequel. So we're going to keep that. And then I am still interested in these as well. So we're good on this. And then this bottom shelf, there's nothing that I'm getting rid of on it. It's literally older books with the Vampire Academy and then my original copies of Twilight, which is basically falling apart. And I actually really like this series. I need to reread it so I can continue it. And then I like Butcher and Blackbird, and then this is a sequel to a Fairy Loot book, so I'm not touching that right now. So for the books that I actually already pulled off my shelves or were in recent videos that I am getting ready to get rid of, it's just these three. We have The Floating World. It's, again, these are not really a surprise because I've already read them in a video. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, sadly, because I love this edition. Like, I think it's stunning. And then I did pull this off a while ago. It is a Forrest Grimm. I thought I was going to continue in this series. It's a beautiful edition of this book. Like, it's stunning. But this book was a 3 at best, and I got an arc of the second book, and I really did not enjoy continuing in this world. So I'm not going to keep it. Because, again, 3 at best. Probably more of like a 2.5. Okay, now we are in the final area of this room that we have to go through and potentially would have things to get rid of. Because I do have like a cart over there, but that is all brand new books and stuff that I have video plans for. So nothing's coming out off of that. But I am thinking about some books on here. Like I can already see one and I don't know if I want to get rid of it, but I didn't like it, but it's so pretty. So it would be The Teller of Small Fortunes. I really did not enjoy this book, and I have no interest in continuing this series. It's so pretty though, but I didn't like it. So I am torn on this, but I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Like, I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. So that's sad, but I legitimately really did not enjoy this one. Okay, so I think that's everything that I want to get rid of from here. I think, yeah, because I enjoyed the Spell Shop. I gave it 4 stars. I'm currently reading The Greenhouse right now. I haven't read Half a Soul, so I could actually probably move this over there where I pulled something off of. That actually would be kind of nice. I'm definitely not getting rid of my Margaret Rogerson books. I really wish she would put out another one. I love her books. I think every single one of these is 5 stars. These will eventually go onto my favorites bookshelf in my bedroom once I clear off like the Fairy Loot stuff. So then we have some notebooks, and then Daughter of the Trolls I really enjoyed. I really liked Monsters Born and Made, which is really sad because I didn't like the second book in this world. I was really disappointed with it. And I have yet to read Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, but I have that on audiobook, and I'm excited to read that one. Moving over here, let me see if I can get you guys a little bit closer because it is a little hard to see how far away they are. Okay, so Let's see. I really liked A Lesson in Vengeance. I was surprised. This is one of those books that's like rated low on Goodreads, and then I ended up loving it. So that was really exciting. Modern Divination. This is an indie pickup that I got. I think I got this from... Who did I get this from? Was this an Unplugged book or a LitJoy or some... Fox and Wit. This was a Fox and Wit. This is actually getting re-released. It was the Owlcrate pick that got pushed back because I had a bunch of issues with it. So I will be getting an Owlcrate edition. So this could eventually, I could get rid of this one depending on that Owlcrate edition that comes, because that's going to be in Reading All My Book Box books. So that one stays there. I can't read this one until I finish all of her books. Like, this is a short story collection, so I can't read this yet. Still very interested, very interested. I enjoyed this to the point that I'm like, I'm going to keep it because I actually potentially could read this one again because I don't remember that much that happens in it, but I liked it. So that's like, oh, maybe I could read it again because I don't remember anything and then enjoy another book. Right in the Pale I actually really liked, but this could be getting, I could get rid of this potentially in December because I'm going to read Wrath and Mercy for our series catch up in December. So this one is here for now, could be going. And then we have Hunterland. You know what? This is a good one to pull. I've had this one for a while. This was an Unplugged pick from a while ago, and I don't know anything about it. So I think I'm going to put this in Try a Chapter. Moving down to this one, I have some conflicting feelings, again, on some of these. So a lot of them I haven't read. Actually, now that I look at them, I have not read that many of them. I really need to switch how these are done. So Phantasma, I loved, and I read this. So I'm going to put this over here. And I loved A Touch of Darkness. I'm not continuing in the series, but I really liked the first one, so I'm going to keep it. So I'll put that there. I read Guild, and I enjoyed Guild. So let me switch like this. Yeah, so we'll put that there, and that'll go there. Ooh, I haven't read Bloodleaf. I'm really excited to read Bloodleaf. And I haven't read the others. The problem is Serpent in the Wings of Night. I've read Serpent in the Wings of Night, and I did not like A Serpent in the Wings of Night. Oh god, my dog just jumped up here, so he's gonna make everything move. So if the camera's shaking, it's because he's on here playing. Okay, Serpent in the Wings of Night. I really didn't... See what I mean? He's digging. I hope you can hear that. So Serpent in the Wings of Night, I really did not enjoy this book. I gave it a 3-star, and even that was generous. And I keep thinking I'm gonna continue this series, but I really don't think I'm going to. But I'm like so reluctant to get rid of it because it's so pretty. Like, it's so pretty. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this. I am unwilling to get rid of it. I should, but I'm unwilling to get rid of it. There's always a chance I might continue. I'm unwilling to get rid of it right now. Okay, everything else I want to keep. And then we move on to the final little area in this room. I don't think anything's actually coming off of here. I just realized, I think this edition of Thorn should be with Fairy Loot. I think? Or did I get that as a special edition? I don't remember. Anyway, all this is staying up here. I really should get rid of Spectacular because I hated it, but I like having a finished set, kind of, even though I think... Yeah, I've got a lot of weird stuff going on with this series. But I'm keeping Spectacular for now. I don't know if I will in the future. These are all of my novellas and my T. Kingfisher, except for this one. You know what? I'm going to pull Arch Conspirator because I like Veronica Roth, but I have not seen really good things about this one. You know what? I'm not going to pull it because I can't get it out. That is a later problem. So that one gets saved just because I don't feel like dealing with getting it out right now. Then we have Princess of Souls. I've read this one. I love this as a 5-star. Shadows Between Us. I don't know if you can see it. That was a 5 or 4-star. Everything else I am still interested in, so they are not moving. So that is this room finished. With that being said, let's do a little recap in here before I go figure out what I'm doing in the hallway, because way more stuff happened in here than I thought it was going to, and it actually kind of has me a little bit stressed out. So the things that we are actively 100% getting rid of, we have the Teller of Small Fortunes, the Forest Grim, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, Floating World. So that is everything that I'm actively going to get rid of. Then we have a ton of stuff for Try a Chapter. Let's figure this out. So for things that we are trying a chapter on, we have Hunterland, Sweet Nightmare, The Ladies of the Secret Circus, Mad Honey, Legend / this whole series if I don't like this first one, Renegades, one of the oldest books on my TBR, The Winter's Curse, the one that I have already read, but I am unsure if I actually like the series anymore, The Red Needle, A Magic Steeped in Poison, Sanctuary of the Shadow, Eruption, End of Story, and our final one is The Helm of Midnight. So I am thinking that this is actually probably going to be its own series because this alone is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 books just from this room. So I think what I'm gonna do is probably do a stack at the end of this video, maybe, depending on how the other area goes. And then this will be unfortunately become a new series or just like a giant video that I'm working on, because sometimes I can get through Chaya chapters really, really fast. It just depends. That being said, let's go over to the stacks in the staircase. Again, if you are new here and you have not seen them yet, they can be quite shocking the first time you see them. They are not organized. They are insane. It is stressful. I'm definitely not going to go up into the library room and do those boxes as well. I'm just going to leave those for when we actually finish the library. That'll be part of the library series where I do try a chapter of those books, but I'm just going to leave those alone for now because I have plenty in that stairwell and plenty right here already. So be prepared to be shocked. All right, this is the updated hallway. This is the updated hallway. I definitely have been through here before for books, but I think what we're going to focus on is the new additions over here. That there's definitely some in there that I probably can get rid of. So we're going to go through those and we're going to hope for the best. We're going to hope that this doesn't turn into a crazy Chaya chapter, but I have a feeling that, I mean, it already has, but we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. I'm trying to figure out how best to do this because there's just like so many books. So I think I'm just going to pull them out and show them to you in like stacks, I guess. Or I don't know, but this is the first stack that we have. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about already. That it's just really hard to film in this hallway. So we're gonna keep, oh yeah, I cannot do this. I cannot do this for everything. This is awful. I guess, okay. That'll work. Okay, that's a lot better. That's a lot better. So I think I'm still unwilling to get rid of this. I still don't want to get rid of this. I want to keep this. I think I'm actually going to get rid of First Sister, which is crazy because this was a 4-star book, but I don't really have much interest in continuing this. Like I thought I would, but because of how the romance was done in this, I really did not like how the romance was done. So I think I'm actually going to get rid of this. Also, I said I was going to keep this. But from literally the same video, I am going to get rid of my copy of I Who Have Never Known Men. Every time I think about this, it gets lower and lower. This is literally a 1-star at this point. I really did not like this book, so I am going to get rid of this one as well. Everything else in the stock, I am not willing to part with yet, but things that I could eventually unhaul, pretty much this whole stack. Like, pretty much the entire stack. But we're keeping it for now. I'm keeping everything here. I think everything in here I'm also keeping. Okay, yeah, because I tried a chapter of this already. Still haven't read it, but I liked the try chapter. So, unwilling to get rid of anything yet. And I think everything else, yeah, I'm keeping everything else. I think the same thing for, okay, I see two. Oh, no, it's the Crave stack. Okay. Okay. We've hit a problem. We've hit a problem. First, let's start with the easier one. I originally was keeping this because this is like such a cool cover. Like it's such a cool cover, but I honestly hated this and I don't need to keep something I hated this much, even though this is one of my favorite Owl Crate covers that they've ever done. Like it's stunning. It's so Christmassy, but I hated this book, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I also, this one makes me sad. I am going to get rid of my copy of Someone You Can Build a Nest In. I didn't like that. Well, gave it a 3-star, but it really bored me. And I just don't feel like I need this on my shelf. I don't know. Like, part of me is still really unwilling to get rid of this. But I feel like, no. I was going to say, if I feel like I want to get a copy of this book, I would get the paperback, the Barnes & Noble edition, because I love that edition of it. But that feels like such a waste of money. Oh, maybe you know what? I'm going to keep this for now. If I'm feeling at all conflicted, I'm going to keep it. And that's why I'm still going to keep the Crave series. I just can't do it. I cannot get rid of it, even though it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. I could get rid of 5 books if I got rid of this series, but I don't want to. Like, I actively don't want to get rid of it. So I think what I need to do is actually finish the series and finish reading it. And then I can be like, okay, I can get rid of this now because I don't like it and I can get rid of it. So I think that's what I need to do. So maybe that will be a video of me reading the entire Crave series. Okay, next stack. I really don't think there's that much going for. Oh, you know what? I love how I keep saying that and then I keep finding things. I am going to get rid of Suburban Hill. I keep putting off reading this one, but I did actually already try a chapter of this and I didn't like it, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I would get rid of A Dark and Secret Magic, but this is one of my favorite designs on a book. This is one of those situations where I actively refuse to get rid of a book because it is that pretty. This book was just mediocre, but it is actually so stunning that I'm not getting rid of it. I think what I'm gonna do is go up one entire side and then come back down the other side. And I guess, oh my God, there's so many things. There's so many things I can see already. I think we're good on this side. I think this is a lot of horror books that I actually am planning to read during the horror season. So we will save that. Then we have, I feel like, again, a lot of these are kind of, oh, you know what? I'm going to get rid of The Perfect Couple. I love how I didn't have you even looking at this. I'm going to get rid of The Perfect Couple. I really didn't like the TV show, and I actually tried reading this, and it did not read to me like a normal Elin Hildebrand. I really wasn't enjoying it, so I'm going to get rid of this one. I think that's it from that stack. I've actually read a lot of this stack. Oh, okay, so these are Lucinda Riley's. You're going to see a lot of these. My mother-in-law actually read these and then just handed them off to me. I don't think I'm going to like these, but I have like the whole series. I don't know where the first book is though. So I'm going to leave this here. No idea where the first book is. We'll try them when I find the first book, but that could be a set that definitely goes, and that's a lot of books. But everything else I think I'm good on keeping in here. Then for this stack, again, I think I'm good with everything. I've read mostly these might go. This is the same series, the special edition series that I read already. These might go depending on how I feel about them. But everything else I think I'm good on for now. Again, I think I'm good with all of these. Yep, I'm good with all of those. And then I think I'm also good. Oh, the Megan Miranda. I'm going to save that for Book of the Month to deal with then. One for My Enemy. I liked it enough to keep it. Everything else, I think... Oh, man, 1,000 Steps Into Night. I actually think I'm going to get rid of that because I read about half of that book and then I got really bored and then just stopped reading it and then I never continued. So I think I'm going to unhaul this one. Like, literally, look, I didn't even get that far into it. I have a, look at that. That's one of my favorite bookmarks. It was literally in here. I got 62 pages in and then I just put it down. So I'm going to get rid of this one. We are switching to the other side. Nothing there. That's an easy stack. Then we have this one. I think the Jasmine Throne. I think I'm going to try this one. I think this is going to be put in try a chapter. Then we have, again, it's another Megan Miranda. That one is not. Oh, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I always hope that Megan Miranda is going to be good. This Tracy Wolf is a different series, so I'm going to leave this Tracy Wolf because I am still interested in that one. Oh, The City We Became. I have not liked an N.K. Jemisin yet, so I'm going to try a chapter on this one because I'm not a fan of her writing style, so I think it's going to depend how this is written. I might have done a try chapter on that one before, but my opinion could have changed since then. Oh, we're in a similar situation. Is this the second book? Oh, this is second inside. I'm going to leave that. I think everything else... I don't know why I got this. I might try a chapter with this. I think I just got it literally just because it's Sarah J. Maas. I got this a really, really long time ago. I don't think I'm going to like this. I'm going to try a chapter just because I like her writing. But I don't have the highest hopes that I will keep this one. Everything else I'm okay with keeping. Next up, I think I'm going to try Little Eve because, again, I have not liked a Catriona Ward that I've actually read so far. So I think this could be a try a chapter. Everything else I think I'm good on. Yep. Oh, man. Okay. This is... These 3 books I got, again, this was... Everyone was reading it, so we're going to do try a chapter with this. I really don't think this is a book for me. Other Birds, again, I just kept hearing things about this one. It is not my style of book. We're gonna try it. And then same with Lessons in Chemistry. I don't think this is a style of book for me. I just don't, but we're gonna try it. So maybe I'll finally get rid of those after having them for so long. I think everything else is good. Yes, everything else is good. Stacks, I feel like just keep getting bigger. I think everything is good here as well. I think I've read pretty much everything in this pile, actually. Yes, I read every single thing in that pile. I actually really like that pile. Okay, that's actually everything. I thought there would be way more, but that's everything. So let's actually pull what I got out of here and see what the final damage is. We're back to our final little tally. I kind of was hoping for more just straight up unhauls. Like I definitely was wishy-washy on a couple that I was hoping I was going to unhaul, but I think we've still got a pretty good stack. And then I definitely picked out some that I want to try a chapter, and I feel like a lot of the ones that I pulled out from these stacks are potentially going to be an unhaul. The ones that we have decided to unhaul: 1,000 Steps Into Night, The First Sister, I Who Have Never Known Men, The Nightmare Before Christmas, Suburban Hell, and The Perfect Couple. So that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 books that we are unhauling, which is really nice. The try a chapter section, significantly more. So for try a chapter coming out of the stacks, we have Lessons in Chemistry, Other Birds, Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow, Little Eve, The Jasmine Throne, Catwoman, and The City We Became. So I am going to do a little bit of a try a chapter in this video. I didn't think I was going to, but there's a distinct difference between sets of books. So there are some books that I'm like, oh, I think I might like these. I just really need to get interested in these. And then there's a stack that I've either actually tried reading them, or I haven't heard many good things, or I bought them and since then I just am not that type of reader anymore, or I'm not that type of reader to begin with. So that stack is what I'm going to be trying in this video. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books for that stack. So we are going to be doing try a chapter. I'm not going to be giving any updates. It's just, I'm going to go try these chapters and tell you what I think and what we're going to unhaul and what we're going to keep for maybe a little bit longer of a discussion about it, because just because I like the first chapter doesn't necessarily mean I should keep the book. But we're going to see. This is just going to be a preliminary look over the books that I really don't think I'm going to enjoy. But within that pile, we have The City We Became, because this is going to be about writing. I think the content is going to be fine. But like I said, N.K. Jemisin and I, we struggle with writing styles. Catwoman, I really probably shouldn't have gotten this one to begin with, but again, this is a very old book that I got. Little Eve, I have not liked Catch Your Own Award, so again, it's a writing style issue. Other Birds, I just don't remember anything about, so this could be great, it could be terrible, so I just need to know. Sanctuary of the Shadows, this is a Red Tower book, and I have disliked significantly more Red Tower books than I have enjoyed. I've seen nothing good about this book, so I need to try out the first chapter. And then we have the historical fiction. I feel like you're not going to be surprised about that one. And then we have The End of Story by A.J. Finn. I just really don't remember anything about it, and I've seen terrible things about it. So those are the ones that we're going to be trying. I'm going to tell you what I think, and we're going to get the final unhaul at the very end. All right, I come to you with a final tally for this video specifically because, yeah, there is way too many over there to do try a chapter for the rest of this video. I think a part 2 where I can kind of relax and really get into the books more would serve me much better than that. So yeah, that is something I'm going to work on over the next week. So you will see a part 2 probably mid-September, or actually I would say early September. I don't take that long to do try chapters. Once I decide something needs to potentially leave the house, my brain is like, you got to do it like now. So I wouldn't be surprised if this comes out next week, or oh no, probably not next week, but the week after, I would say. Anyway, I have a little update. So we already had this little stack of books going, which makes me sad. Like The First Sister I was thinking about, but again, I just immediately forgot about it when I put it in this pile. So I'm going to get rid of it. So this is our little pile that we're getting rid of. We're going to add quite a few books to it, but the 2 that we are keeping, we are going to keep The City We Became, and we are going to keep Other Birds. But I think I'm just going to add it to those try a chapter piles. I know it seems redundant, but I feel like I want to read another chapter of these and really, like, I'm still not set on keeping them, but I'm not ready to get rid of them either. So I think I need to sit with them longer and really think about them before I decide actually to get rid of them. But that leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I am getting rid of. And so the first one is The Ladies of the Secret Circus. I am so sorry, Mom. This is too historical fiction for me, which is what she said might happen. This is too historical fiction for me. I didn't love the vibes. So this is just going back to my mom. Like, I'm not getting rid of this one. It's just going back to my mom because this is her copy. That book that I've had for a really long time that I'm really excited actually to get rid of, because it's one of those books that's like, there's some books in your house that you've had for, if you have like a really big physical TBR, there are some books that you recognize as being in your house for too damn long, and then they just kind of sit there and you're like, I'm uncomfortable. Like, I'm uncomfortable. I need this to leave now. And Little Eve is one of those. So I'm really glad that I kind of only read like 2 pages of this, I think. Is this the one that I read only like 2 pages? Might have been like half a page. And I did not like this. And I had another bookmark in here, which means I tried to read this at some point. Yeah, one of my bookmarks is in here. I love finding my bookmarks in these. I need to double check before I get rid of these that they don't have any more bookmarks. But yeah, I'm getting rid of Little Eve. I just didn't like the vibe. Again, another author that I just really don't vibe with their writing style. Then yes, we are going to be getting rid of Catwoman. I have zero interest in this. Like, absolutely zero interest in this. I bought this when I was trying to buy all the extra books of my favorite authors. So I think I bought this, Heart of the Moors, I think, by Holly Black, which is some sort of retelling thing, I think. I don't know, that's somewhere in this house somewhere. I think I bought one more by another author that, like, zero interest, really, because I don't read these types of books. Then I'll be getting rid of End of Story. Yeah, didn't like the writing. Didn't like the writing. No. The Goodreads is right. Goodreads is like a 3.09. Yeah, no, I agree. And then this one. I thought that I remembered a really bad Goodreads rating. I didn't realize it got this bad, and I understand why it's this bad, because I read the first chapter, kind of. I had a really hard time actually getting through the first chapter of this one, Sanctuary of the Shadow. This was so poorly written that I cannot believe this actually, like, I'm holding it. Honestly, feels more like rough draft ideas, not even a rough draft of a story. Rough draft ideas. That's how much not a fan of this. It was just very poorly written, and I definitely understand why it's a 2.91. So no, it was legitimately that bad. So that being said, this is our little stack that we're getting rid of, plus the one that I'm returning to my mom. So we got rid of this many books, which I'm actually really happy about, based on the fact that I didn't think I actually had anything in my house to purge. Like, I legitimately did not think there was anything in my house that I wanted to get rid of right now. And except maybe upstairs, but that's wild. I'm honestly kind of proud of myself for doing this, because there's some in here that I like was holding on to and I really didn't need to anymore. But that leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, about 27 books to do try a chapter with, which should be pretty fun for a part 2. So I'm really excited about that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little mini unhaul. Definitely let me know if you end up going and unhauling anything. I feel like it's really nice to do a little unhaul before fall starts. Fall is my favorite season. I am so excited for it. I'm excited to get out with the old, hopefully not in with the new. We're really trying not to buy any more books currently while I try and read some of the ones that I own. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe so you miss any future content. Make sure you leave a comment down below. I guess leave a stack of books as the emoji if there's nothing else that you want to say, but you want to let me know that you were here. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.